Hi, this is Scott Fresener from SGIA 2011 in beautiful New Orleans, and the show opened about a half hour ago, and there was a pretty good traffic for the show opening, although I've seen bigger crowds of people at show openings. That's not a bad sign, because sometimes when a show opens, people don't get out of bed, and we're in New Orleans. I think this is the kind of city where you kind of drag yourself to the show about noon. But this is the SGIA 2011, and this show, of course, over the years has become very digital. Large format, sign supplies, huge graphics, really kind of a fun show to go to if you like to look at graphics and see some great images. The garment site has become somewhat smaller at this show over the years. It's become kind of a complaint. Last year they set up what was called the digital apparel zone at the show in Las Vegas, and they also had a screen print zone where they had on the show floor seminars going on that were free, active demonstrations, samples of the various equipment, salesmen there in a non-sales environment answering questions. And they're doing the same thing here. Now, I have not been to the show yet, so I'm anxious to go in there and see what's going on. And what is interesting, though, is some of the big companies that are not here. I was talking with M&R last week, and I just happened to mention, I'll see you guys at SGIA, and they went, we're not going. And that isn't totally a sign of the show as much as a sign of M&R that have taken the approach that there's just too many shows, and they've been lobbying for this show to be every 2 years. The truth is, in the digital world, you can't have a show every 2 years. You have to have a show every 6 months, frankly, with the way things change. On the screen print side, I can see where the screen print guys are going, hey, one more show, $1 more million they're probably going to spend for a huge booth and the drayage and the airfares and hotels and things like that. So I'm not sure if M&R is here with one of their distributors or not, but don't hold that against M&R because, you know, they're a large company. Now, I was also talking with Workhorse, and they're not here, and that's also interesting, and they kind of took the attitude that they'd rather be at ISS Long Beach and that this show was just not as big of a garment show. But you come to a show like this to network and see what's going on. The Golden Images have always some outstanding graphics on shirts. Probably 80% of the main players of screen printing equipment and ink and supplies and emulsions are here. So there's still a big screen print portion for this show. Of course, the digital textiles, digital printing on T-shirts is huge at this show. You've got Corneats here with, I'm sure, with a big booth, Anajet bringing out all their latest guns. And so I come to the show also to see what's the latest there, because typically when I was making equipment, you would always bring out your latest machine for the SGIA show. So you go to a show to network. In fact, this morning I was on a taxi coming over and shared a taxi with a couple of guys from Canada who I didn't know, but now we're best friends. And so you go into a show to network to hang out, to kind of bond with people, see what's going on. And I'm going to be doing show reports all 3 days from the show. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to see what's new, do product reports, do some interviews. So check back often and see what's going on at SGIA 2011 in beautiful New Orleans. Hey, it was great here yesterday, but it got nasty windy last night, and the day is supposed to turn cold. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.